Hello everyone. You are watching very interesting debate of religion, Christian and Muslim. Muslim learns that Islam is a religion of violence, fraud and delusion. If you like this video, then please don't forget to like, comment on this video. So then please don't waste your time. Take a look.
The Quran says the best way to be a Muslim is not by praying. Did you know this?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'll find out the verse. But essentially the Quran says the best way of being a Muslim is by being a terrorist.
Or the
Do you know the worst form of corruption according to the Quran?
what is the worst form of corruption?
The
I don't
worst-
have much time here, but I'll hear you out.
The worst form of corruption according to the Quran is the Christian form of worship.
You mean shirk?
Exactly.
To those with whom you had made a treaty among the polytheists. The treaty. Treaties do not attack one another, right?
No, don't assume anything.
No. Okay,
Don't assume anything. Use the Quran to demonstrate anything, please.
In context, you have to do that.
Masjid al-Haram clearly was not under Islamic jurisdiction. And that is the entire problem according to the Quran. Are you familiar with this or not?
I'll let you keep going. You keep
Sure.
going.
Masjid al-Haram belonged to non-Muslims. And at a place of worship of non-Muslims, would you expect Islam to be practiced? The Muslims suddenly showed up there. They expected the non-Muslims to behave as Muslims, and they forcefully thrust themselves upon the non-Muslims in the non-Muslim place of worship. If I were to, now you know where you live, if I were to forcefully come into your house and declare, your house is my house, what would you do to me? Masjid al-Haram, whoever owned Masjid al-Haram, in your Mickey Mouse story,
Mickey
did
Mouse
not,
story.
Absolutely, because the details I gave you is from Mickey Mouse story, it's not from the Quran. You won't be able to find out anywhere in the Quran where Meccan Arabs chased him away. You won't be able to find.
Wait,
That is
not
why I'm
all
calling them Mickey Mouse story.
not all in-
Any Muslim who is able to say anything useful about the Quran, any Muslim, are you Muslim, sir? Are you Muslim? Please come in. Give me one major good thing that Islam has introduced through the Quran. One major good thing, please. Please come in. No, please. This is important. This is very serious. One major good thing that the Quran has introduced. One major good thing. Please. Please come in. Explain to me. What is your purpose of life according to the Quran?
Do I need to engage? Okay,
Yeah, you
sure.
have to, please.
I'll st-
As a fellow human being, please. What is the
Right.
purpose of your life according to the Quran?
to worship God.
To worship God is the purpose of your life from the Quran. Do you know what the Quran says, which is better than praying to Him?
Say that again?
Do you know what the Quran says, which is better than praying to your Islamic Allah?
There's nothing better than that.
I don't understand your question.
Okay. The Quran says the best way to be a Muslim is not by praying. Did you know this?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'll find out the verse. But essentially the Quran says the best way of being a Muslim is by being a terrorist. That's what the Quran says.
You have the Quran
So-
in your hand. Why are you gonna pull some in from your WhatsApp?
Because I have notes which you don't have, my dear friend.
The Quran. You have a Quran in your hand.
So,
He's a haggler, this guy. Man.
Yeah, I don't know if I will. It's more. Maybe I should.
no, please. Clearly the other guys can't, so.
No, thank you.
We are here to worship God.
Alhamdulillah.
The other answer is all prophets were Muslims.
Absolutely.
That's why we follow the Quran. All the prophets in the Quran.
I don't have that much time here, I'm not gonna lie. Quran's hatred manuscript.
Muslim haters.
Is there any point, you know,
Quran what?
hatred manuscript?
Show me from
Yeah, what's your problem with that?
I don't know, man. I don't have any hatred towards
You don't have any hatred? You don't know anything which is hateful in the Quran?
hateful, maybe, but
Hateful, yeah? Let's read
I
a few.
just- I just don't get the
Let's read a
point.
few. Let's read a few things. Hateful in the Quran.
Jesus.
Surah 5, Ayah 32, 33.
I don't have much time, by the way, so I'll just say what you got to say.
Just 2
I'll
minutes.
move on. Go ahead.
Ayah 33 in Surah 5. The penalty for those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger and strive upon the earth corruption is none but that they may be killed or crucified, or that their hands and feet may be cut off from opposite sides, or that they be exiled from the land. What is this if not hatred?
If those who wage war and spread corruption, do you know what that means though? What
You tell me.
defines- what
You
defines-
tell me.
Those who, for example, you could say those who oppress others or oppress others because of their religion or their
Do you know the worst form of corruption according to the Quran?
what is the worst form of corruption?
The
I don't
worst-
have much time here, but I'll
Sure,
hear you
sure.
out.
The worst form of corruption according to the Quran is the Christian form of worship.
You mean shirk?
Exactly. The Christian worship is the worst form of corruption.
But
And what does it say?
that's absolutely not true.
So the Christian form of worship is not shirk?
It's shirk, but there's nothing.
What is shirk?
It very clearly states
What
that there's
is
no. Shirk is associating partners with God.
Yeah, that is corruption. And so the point is...
No, but corruption in the land
Yeah.
is very different.
What is
Obviously,
it? What is it?
corruption in the land is going around and unjustly oppressing people. For example,
Show me one place-
Or driving people.
Sure.
I'm not a scholar, sir.
Sure.
I'm just.
But you're
having a
making things
stroll.
up as you go along.
I don't think I am.
Okay. Okay, let me tell you something.
I'm assuming. Sorry, are you Christian by
I
chance?
am.
Right?
I am. I'm going to ask you a simple thing.
You're a person of the book.
But
Right?
listen to me, Kev. And this is exactly my problem because this one is towards people of the book.
It
Because
doesn't say that at all there, does it?
So-
Why did it say that in that verse?
what did I say when I said the worst form of corruption is to
Corruption in the land.
the worst form
Or
is
corruption in the land. How does that even make grammatical sense? Corruption in the land is worshipping other than God, is what you're saying?
That's what the
No.
Quran says.
Corruption in the land very clearly has to do with either you drive people out from their homes or you oppress them because of their religion.
Show me that from this.
I'm not going to hear very long.
Sure. Tell me establish one group of people who had violently engaged with Muslims. One group in the Quran.
You mean the polytheists?
Show me one group of people from the Quran who deployed violence first towards the Muslims.
It says only, so in chapter 9, it says very clearly, only and if they break their oaths after their treaty and defame your religion, only then can you engage in combat.
Okay, let's read chapter 9.
Because it says very clearly that essentially what happened is that there was a treaty between the Muslims and the polytheists to not attack one another in the holy months. Right? You know this chapter, come on, let's be real. Right? Only once they have attacked first, i.e. they broke their treaty, is it okay to engage back in violence? Because that is corruption in the land, clearly. If you're going to have
Did
a
you
treaty...
hear my question carefully?
Yeah, you said it, when
The
is it...
question was,
Okay.
show me one group of people recorded in the Quran who deployed violence first towards the Muslims.
I literally just said.
No.
How did I
You
know?
you just said that according to the Muslims, some other people referred to here, broke their treaty. God knows what the treaty is. Read this.
God knows what the treaty is.
Read here carefully. Surah 9, Ayah 5. Please read that.
Okay, let's have a look. Can I have Quran?
Ayah 5. Can you please Ayah 5?
I know Ayah 5, we have to read Ayah 1, 2, 3 and 4 before you can read Ayah
please.
5.
Yeah, please.
1 second. It literally explicitly says.
Okay.
Right,
let's-
wait. Can I explain first?
Sure.
And then I'll let you, okay?
Sure.
And then I'm gonna go. Is that okay? I got things to do.
Sure.
Can I first say? In the first it says, This is a declaration of association from Allah and His Messenger to those with whom you had made a treaty among the polytheists. The treaty. Treaty to not attack one another, right?
No, don't assume anything.
No. Okay,
don't assume anything. Use the Quran to demonstrate anything, please.
In context, you have to read it. Okay.
No, there's no. Wait. Do you know
then-
what the word context means? You show something from the Quran, not just pull from thin air.
No, but this was revealed to a people in their specific
Listen to me,
context.
my dear, listen to me carefully. If I were to insist and ask you for your fancy story to give something which is by context an earlier literature, you won't be able to. And therefore focus on the Quran.
Okay, I'll give you the context on the Quran, right?
Yes, exactly.
Sure.
Read from the Quran,
I'll read
explain what is there in the Quran.
Okay,
Please
it
go
says
ahead.
very clear.
Yeah. So the Muslims think that some people had a treaty with them, and please go on.
All right, yeah, so I had a treaty. In the verses of
No, read
12,
5.
13,
I want you to read
Bro,
5.
you have to give the context first. I can't
5
just
comes
read
before
5.
9.
No, but 9 explains 5. That's what I'm going to say at first.
9 would explain 5.
Yes, that's
and
called
you would
English.
skip 5.
No, we'll get back to 5. We'll come back to
Okay,
5.
sure.
We
We'll
need to
come
get the
back to
context.
Go on.
And if they break their oaths after their treaty and defame a religion, then combat the leaders of disbelief, for indeed there are no oaths sacred to them. Would you not fight against a people who broke their oath and determined to expel the messenger, and they had begun the attack upon you first? Do you fear them? But you Allah's more right, and you should not fear him. It literally says that they attacked first.
Where does it say they
Here.
attack first?
Verse 13. Would you not fight against a people who broke their oaths, the oaths of peace, and determined to expel the messenger, and they had begun the attack upon you the first time?
Sure. Happy? Now let me because you skipped, you don't know the.
I'll read it then.
But are you going to explain or can I explain now? You have done your explanation.
Sure.
Can I now go on to explain?
I'm gonna go in a second, man. I'm sorry, but
I'm now going to explain. One
cool.
second. I'm now going to explain.
Yeah.
Do you know what this place is?
Drive people out from their homes, yeah.
No. Do you know what place is being referred to?
What place
from
is
where your messenger is being expelled?
Can I just say? Okay, go ahead, answer it, because
Do you know what
I
that
feel
place
like
is?
The thing is that I just want to say, it's not fair how you were saying that I can't give external context because it was ex-Quranic, but you're going to give me something.
Don't
that is
predict. No,
Quranic
don't
too.
assume anything.
Okay, I won't.
Don't assume
go ahead.
anything.
I won't, go ahead.
I'm not going to
I
give
won't.
anything extra
Go ahead,
Quranic.
Go ahead.
Stay okay. So what it says is it asks people to fight. Do you know what that place is? Do you know what that place is? Do you know what that place is?
But I don't particularly. Okay.
Do you know what that place is?
What place is it?
Well,
Enlighten me.
the place is what is called the inviolable place of worship. Masjid al-Haram.
Okay, where to say that, sir?
Okay, I'm going to. So if you come here,
Sure. But anyway.
Surah 9.
Yeah.
Can you see in verse 7?
Okay.
Treaty at where?
Al-Masjid al-Haram. True.
Yeah. You see the places Masjid al-Haram. And what does it say? So the Masjid al-Haram is the place in reference here. Do you know who Masjid al-Haram belonged to at this time?
The people that live there. The people of Quraysh.
Yeah, who are
The people
Muslims
of
or
Quraysh.
non-Muslims?
They're non-Muslims.
So non-Muslims, it is a place of worship for non-Muslims. Yeah.
And Muslims too,
Yeah.
technically, but yeah.
What is that?
And Muslims too, technically.
Excuse me. No. Listen to me carefully.
Yeah.
Masjid al-Haram clearly was not under Islamic jurisdiction, and that is the entire problem, according to the Quran. Are you familiar with this or not?
I'll let you keep going. You keep
Sure.
going.
Masjid al-Haram belonged to non-Muslims, and at a place of worship of non-Muslims, would you expect Islam to be practiced?
Can I just
No, please. No, you need to.
only reason
You try.
is-
No, one second.
I just
You
want
need
to say something. I'll let you. I've got to go. I'm only here just to have a stroll about.
Okay, in that case-
you can just speed it up. I'll listen to your point.
Okay,
we can
I'll
shake
speak-
hands and we can walk
Good,
away.
good. Lovely.
Is that okay?
You're a lovely man. Absolutely.
No, it's just I don't live here.
No problem.
I just
I'll
want to
quickly-
have a stroll. And
I'll
you
quickly-
picked on me, right?
No problem.
But
Sure.
yeah, go ahead.
Thank you much.
I'll listen to everything you say.
Sure.
Go ahead. I'll let you.
You're a
speak.
lovely man so far. Thank you very much. Very simply, for your information, when you read in context, I'll read especially verse 5, which is needed, and then I'll quickly
I read verse-
expound on that.
Go ahead.
When the inviolable months have passed,
Yes.
then kill the polytheists
Yep.
wherever you find them. and capture them and besiege them and sit in wait for them at every place of ambush. But if they should repent, establish prayer, and give zakah, let them go on their way. Indeed, Allah is forgiving and merciful. Very simply, verse 5 helps you understand the problem at hand. Muslims went to a non-Muslim place of worship and expected people there to behave like Muslims. Look at the expectation. Look at the expectation. If they should repent, clearly Islamic repentance, establish prayer, clearly Islamic prayer, and give zakah, clearly Islamic zakah, then they are going to be let free. In other words, these guys did not violently do anything to the Muslims. All that they were doing was practice their religion in their place of worship. The Muslims suddenly showed up there. They expected the non-Muslims to behave as Muslims, and they forcefully thrust themselves upon the non-Muslims in the non-Muslim place of worship. If I were to, now you know where you live, if I were to forcefully come into your house and declare, your house is my house, what would you do to me?
You mean like in Palestine?
No, stay focused. If I were to come into your house, stay focused. If I were to come into your house, if I were to come into your house and force myself in, what would you do to me?
I would fight back, of course.
You would push me out, wouldn't you?
Of course.
That is exactly what you find in the verse that you read. In verse 13, would you not fight against the people who broke their oaths and determined to expel the messenger? Why did they expel? Because this fellow and his entire entourage, who are Muslims, wanted to use a non-Muslim place of worship as an Islamic place of worship, which clearly they would not agree to, and therefore they expelled him. Is that violence or self-defense?
Wasn't this after Prophet Muhammad went to Medina?
Listen to me carefully. Okay. Is this when I come into your house and if you were to push me out, what you are doing to me, is that violence or self-defense?
Self-defense.
Exactly. That's exactly what they did. Excuse me. I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Okay. I'll give you. But so far, what I have demonstrated to you is, I have demonstrated the expulsion being mentioned here was self-defense from the part of the non-Muslims. The real perpetrators of violence here were the Muslims. It is not just that they were violently, trying to take over a place. They wanted to kill them. Can you imagine in their delusion? They wanted to kill, capture, besiege, do all sorts of horrible things.
Only after they broke the treaty, though. Just say that they
What
attacked
treaty
them
is
first.
this? Tell me, what treaty is this from the surah?
It only says, would you not fight against the people who broke their oath and determined to expel the Prophet and had begun to attack them first? So if you attack them first, then
If you go if I were to come into your house, would you be justified if you were to push me away first? Would you be just... No, stay focused here, please. Please stay focused. If I were to come into your house tomorrow, please listen to me. If I were to thrust myself into your house tomorrow,
this isn't
would
true.
you be justified in pushing me out first? Please listen, please listen, and then respond. Answer to me, answer me, and then respond, and then you can add details. If I were to come into your house, and I didn't touch you so far, I'm just claiming this is my house from now on. If you were to push me out,
I would do that, yes.
Will that be self-defense or violence?
Yeah, self-defense.
So even if you push me out first, it is still self-defense.
No.
It is still self-defense, isn't it?
You coming to my place,
Yeah.
you're attacking me first, so I'll put you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And what did the Muslims do here? Go to a non-Muslim place of worship.
No. Okay,
Masjid al-Haram, whose control was it under?
Can I
Sure.
go? And then I've got to go. I'm
Sure.
sorry. Is that
Masjid al-Haram, just answer my one question and then please go.
Come on, man, you haven't let me speak.
Sure. But in your response, I'll give you time to respond now. But in your response somewhere...
I'm just going to speak now.
Sure. In your response now, somewhere explain to me whether Masjid al-Haram was a non-Muslim place of worship or not. Please. Have your time, please.
It literally said, okay, I'm going to read 6, 7, and
Yeah,
8,
please
all
read
right?
anything you want. Masjid al-Haram, was it a non-Muslim place of worship or not?
Let me just speak.
Sure.
I'm going to say this. I'm not very well versed.
Sure, sure, you can read
I
now.
know that you come here a lot. You're very well versed in the Quran and the Bible, I'm assuming.
But ultimately,
not.
we care about the truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Whether you're prepared now or not, if you understand what I am saying is true, then
Issue
you
is
should
that-
agree.
Okay.
Then you should agree. Muslims are the perpetrators of violence here, not the non-Muslims. So please
Okay.
take your time.
I don't know what's so violent about.
Well,
And if-
going and taking someone
Yeah.
else's property.
And if any of
5
the
minutes.
polytheists seek your protection, then grant him protection that he may hear the words of Allah. Then deliver him to his place of safety. This is because they are people who do not know. How is that violent? I don't understand. If they seek protection, you should give them protection.
I can answer. Did you ask a question? I can answer.
How can there be, for the polytheists, a treaty in the sight of Allah, except for those of whom you made a treaty at Masjid al-Haram? So as long as they are upright towards you, be upright towards them. Indeed, Allah loves the righteous. How can you say that? This is a necessary prohibited
The
violence.
underlying point is who owned the property, who is thrusting themselves upon the property. Unless you understand that, you don't explain anything. Who Masjid al-Haram, who
Anyway.
did it belong to at that time?
It belonged to the people of Quraysh.
Were they Muslims or non-Muslims? At that time.
Predominantly non-Muslim.
No, not predominantly.
Yeah, it
At
is.
that time, if you were to give one word summary of them, who were they? Muslims or non-Muslims?
Talk about not giving context. Only one word. Is that all I get to say?
Look, if they were Muslims, Muhammad would have never had an issue with them. Would he have?
But Prophet Muhammad also Quraysh, right?
But the problem
Weren't
is
many people
Muhammad
of the
did not
Quraysh
have
also?
control, my dear friend.
Yeah.
Who chased him? Why did Muhammad have to run away from Mecca? Why?
Because they wanted to, because of persecution.
Who?
The other people of the Quraysh. who
In
didn't-
other words, the non-Muslims
Yep.
who were in control of Masjid al-Haram.
And you're fine with that?
No, listen to me carefully. Masjid al-Haram, whoever owned Masjid al-Haram, in your Mickey Mouse story,
Mickey
did
Mouse
not.
story.
Absolutely, because the details I gave you is from Mickey Mouse story. It's not from the Quran. You won't be able to find out anywhere in the Quran where Meccan Arabs chased him away. You won't be able to find.
Wait,
That
it's
is
not
why I'm
all
calling
in-
them Mickey Mouse story.
Not all in the Quran. It's in the
Sure,
Hadith
sure.
too.
What is in the Quran though helps
But I
us
gotta
understand.
go, but can I just
sure.
can I just say thank
Therefore,
you very much?
thank you very
for the
much. It's
conversation.
lovely to see you.
I don't want my face on anything, probably.
No,
but,
no, please. It's too late. But
It's
the only
too
thing
late.
the only thing I would say is very
too late.
simply.
The law's too late anyway.
Look,
Anyway.
you are an adult. Please, this is an adult conversation we had.
That's fine.
And what I can
It's
say
my
to you,
right either way.
and
It's
I-
my right either way. You know?
it's not your right. It's a request
not
you
my
can
right?
make and I can reject. But the point is very simple.
That's very unfair. But
It's
okay.
not. My only point is, don't follow a religion which has been systematically trying to take away other people's properties. Don't follow.
I'm sorry.
It is shameful.
I think the people of Amalek would disagree, if I'm perfectly honest.
I can imagine. Al-Baghdadi, Osama bin Laden, all of them disagree, and that is why they are violent.
Can I ask one last question? I'll go. Why is it okay to commit genocide against the people of Amalek in the Bible?
Which Amalek?
The Amalekites?
Sure. Okay. If you want a couple of minutes on this, I can explain. Do you know anything about the Amalekites? Do you know anything about the Amalekites?
No, go ahead. I know I do, but I'd like to explain.
Excuse me. Do you know anything or not? Be honest. If
They-
you're not honest, I won't respond.
Yeah, okay. The Amalekites, I think, from my understanding, they were people who, at one point, did subjugate the people of the Israelites, right?
At one point, when?
Yeah. About 400 years before King Saul, I think.
Okay, my dear friend, that's fine. It's listen to me
I'm
carefully.
asking a question.
Sure, sure.
I'm asking someone
Sure,
who
sure,
has
sure.
knowledge.
Sure, sure.
And
I'll respond
and
to you.
I just think it's only
I'll
fair
respond to you. That's fine. I'll respond to you now.
Yeah.
Very simply, read through the book of Exodus.
Yeah.
What you would find out is when you read through the Torah, what you would find out is Amalekites. When Israel left Egypt, you may know Israel left Egypt.
Yeah.
When
Can I
Isra-
just say, can we be a bit
quick
Yeah, sorry.
response.
Yeah.
When Israel left Egypt, they came across the first people group who wanted to wipe out the Israelites. Do you know who they are? Amalekites.
Okay.
In other words, Amalekites showed a deliberate interest in wiping out Israel first.
Okay.
When you have a nation who wants to wipe you out, all of you out,
Yeah.
when you want to fight against them, it is a matter of self-defense, not genocide. Learn this. This is important. Because even earlier about Palestine, you said the same thing.
Can I ask?
Sure, go on.
Is it justifiable to kill women, children, and livestock like it also says in the Bible? It doesn't just say kill the men. It says kill the children and the women and the livestock.
In relation to who?
The Amalekites.
Okay. So let me ask you again. Who among the Amalekites, when Israel left Egypt, wanted to wipe out the nation of Israel? Who? Who among them? Only the men?
Probably. Why? I don't know.
What do you mean probably?
Because only men were the combatants.
No, listen to me carefully.
Yeah.
The question isn't who were the combatants. Listen to me carefully.
Okay.
Listen to me carefully. When Amalekites wanted to wipe out Israel as they left Egypt, who among them wanted to do it?
I'm not sure.
Learn first. All of them.
Okay.
And so thank you very much.